Man, Apple, what are you doing? You released another laptop with a butterfly keyboard and nickel CPU? A few days ago, Apple quietly updated the Macbook Pro, the Pro series of laptops. As you can see here, they've got now an 8-core i9 CPU inside them. But they've still got a butterfly keyboard. They've still got the touch bar. Now, every single person I know has used one of these. So the touch bar is useless. They will prefer proper escape key and stuff like that, and proper function keys at the top, instead of this touch bar which never used. What saddens me is, I used to be an Apple guy. I'm an Apple certified associate. And I'm currently in a coffee shop writing this script on the iPad Pro with the Apple keyboard cover. And until recently I had an iPhone SE before I swapped to my Google Pixel. Because iPhones are just getting too expensive for what they do. It's not that I don't like Apple. I don't like their products. But the MacBook Pro and the MacBook keyboards used to be the best in the business. If you remember those white MacBooks, I had one of those when I used to work for a hardware company. And that was still reasonably priced. And the keyboard on it was absolutely fantastic. One of the best keyboards I've ever used on a laptop. Yet all I hear on the internet nowadays are people hating this butterfly keyboard. That it lacks a feel. And the travel time is that bad on the keyboard. It's as bad as the keyboard which is currently on the iPad Pro. Now the keyboard cover on the iPad Pro, it's like that typing on, but on a proper Mac, which costs thousands of pounds. That just cannot be overlooked. Another thing that really gripes me with the modern MacBooks is the lack of ports. Most people who use Apple products are creative types. People who are like photographers and video editors. MacBook Pros used to have all types of USB and firing ports on them, which USB-C is replaced, and that's a good thing. But one thing which they had, which you cannot replace without a dongle, is an SD card reader. Remember what I said a few minutes ago. Photographers, video editors, they are the mainstay of the user base for MacBook Pros. They need a card reader built in the Mac. Not carrying around dongles which cost hundreds of pounds extra on top of the price I've already paid for the machine. There's no point in having the MacBook being so thin if you've got to carry a bag full of dongles around with you, is there? And also, while I'm talking about it being thin, putting a Core i9 in a laptop design that's already thermal throttled to i5. There's a YouTuber called Zoe Deach, based in New York. I watch her channel quite regularly. I recommend you search for her, Peachy Deachy. She did a good comparison. She just swapped from a MacBook to a Razer, a Windows laptop, and the Dell XPS. She's flipping between the two at the minute. Both are capable of running Adobe Premiere, which is cross-platform. That's what she uses. Personally, I don't use that program anymore. Never have used that program, to be honest. I use Sony Vegas because I don't have a subscription model for Adobe products. I prefer to own my software, not rent it. But that's another side issue altogether. The price difference between the Mac and the Razer XPS was about the same, about $2,000. Because she's an American, so I'm going to call it dollars. About $2,000. So they are high-end laptops, Windows laptops. But the XPS and the Razer had an SD card reader inside it. That's one thing. The other thing is, in every single test that Miss Peachy did, the Mac came out last. Even though the specs were almost identical between the two. They both had Core i5s in them, I think about i7s. Both the same CPU, both the same amount of RAM. Obviously the graphics card was slightly different in that the Windows laptops was using GeForce I think 1050 Ti's in the laptop, which she was using. And the MacBooks had whatever the ATI one is at the time. But remember, they're both around the same price, and they came in last because Apple thermal throttles the MacBook because it's too thin for the heat to dissipate. It's useless. Yeah, if you're spending this amount of money on a laptop, you expect it to be fast. You expect it to not have a keyboard that breaks every 6 months. Another thing that really irritates me as well about a Mac is that I cannot upgrade it. Now, in case of again with Saradicha, Dell XPS 15, when she bought it, she got it with 16 gigabytes of RAM, a 500 gig SSD, and a slowish wireless card. She upgraded all that. The SSD was a bit slow, now it's only 500 gig. She put a 1TB SSD in there, Samsung Evo, whatever it is, SSD, which was a lot faster. She upgraded the RAM to 32 gigabytes of RAM. And she upgraded the wireless card. Try doing that on a Mac. It's all soldered on the motherboard. Even Apple can't upgrade it. Come on, Apple. These are your bread and butter type people. She is a professional YouTuber. She does videos for a living. She's had to do videos for presidential candidates. Stuff like that. Yet she can't upgrade the Mac. The thing that Apple has got going for itself though, the touchpad. The touchpad is the best in class. It's the best touchpad on any laptop, Windows, Mac, whatever. Yeah, very good touchpads. The screens are very good. And obviously it's the only computer that runs Mac OS. But the Mac OS advantage is rapidly going away, thanks to Windows 10 and the fact that most creator types use Adobe suite of programs that is available on both Mac OS and Windows, and they work exactly the same. Like I said, I don't use Adobe, I prefer Sony Vegas for my video editing needs, but people who use Adobe software won't have a problem transferring from Mac OS to Windows. My advice to Apple is if they want to keep their market share, they better start to think of the people who uses their products more. For a machine that costs north of £2,000, you should not have to spend another £100 to £200 on dongles. And it should not thermal throttle at all. Or with thermal throttles, it shouldn't be so bad. You should be able to use the keyboard more than 6 months without it breaking. Even Apple admits that there's a problem with the keyboard because they got a repair program. Before the actual laptop launched, they had a repair program in place where you could take the laptop back and get a new keyboard. Come on, Apple, get your act together. You used to be the best in the business, an innovative company. Just going downhill, and I feel sad about this because it needs to make some brilliant hardware. The iPhone SE for me was brilliant. My iPad Pro, 9.7 inch iPad Pro, I love it. I take that around me instead of using a Chromebook. It's small, compact, great battery life, and it could work with my Pixel because I just use a hotspot on it. But the laptops and computers, they seriously need to think about more than just style. You need to think about functionality. People want ports. People want a CPU that doesn't thermal throttle so bad that it loses every single test. People want better graphics. You know, the NVINC in NVIDIA cards and the CUDA cores in NVIDIA cards, they're absolutely brilliant with Adobe Premiere or with Vegas on Windows. But my bugs don't have them. They use ATI graphics. Now ATI graphics are good. If they got metal, and using metal, you use Final Cut Pro, yeah. But well, most people don't use Final Cut Pro because it's Mac only. Most people use Adobe software. Anyway, that's my thought of the week, which is what I'm going to be doing every Friday. If you like this video, then please subscribe, hit the like button. And every weekday I do some usually tech news, but every Friday I do thoughts. So this is Blackjack, signing off.